ScoreOid today. So we'll have a nice interview with Almog. So Almog, could you please introduce yourself, please?
So my name is Almog, or Al. I'm one of the founders and currently the CEO of ScoreOid. We're a small startup based in Tel Aviv. We basically help game developers engage and retain with their players, which I think is very important. I have a co-founder named Ken Fisher, and we have a couple employees. And that's currently our status. We're working out of the Inidu venture space, which is our first investment. So I'm an game developer. I developed a game for Nokia and some other clients. I've done most client-based games, so I'm not an indie game developer, but and that's probably why I created ScoreOid. But during developing games, one of the things that I kind of was a pain point for me, or that I felt kind of really sucked, was worrying about all the other stuff, like servers and backend. I wanted to create leaderboards, and I had to even write PHP code, and that wasn't fun. So that's how ScoreOid started. We kind of help game developers with the other stuff, the boring stuff. It's really important for their games. So leaderboards increases retention. So we can have this really amazing leaderboard service. So we also have cloud storage, and user log in, and you can save data. So that's basically how ScoreOid started. And we always like to say that we develop by game developers for game developers, because we really understand what game developers go through, because we develop games. I think that's kind of very important for us. Because we don't want to create just another product, we want to create a community. We want to create an amazing something around what we're doing. So if tomorrow we have something else, it's still going to be the same developers who engage with us and talking to us, and we're helping them create these really amazing games.
Wow. Okay, so I heard you use like cross-platform, and that's how you differentiate with other startups and competitors. And I think we should lectures like that.
Okay. So yes. So one of the things that we like to say a lot about is a little bit cross-platform. I even just did a blog post about that yesterday. So ScoreOid works like at an API level. There's no SDKs, there's no plugins and that. And because we work on that API level, as long as your platform or device has internet, you can use our platform. So for game developers, this is very important, because today a game developer will create a game either on iOS or Android first, but he'll then go out and do the other version. He'll go out and do a Windows Phone maybe in the future. There's so many platforms that you want to get your game on, especially if it's successful, because it's more revenue for you as a game developer. It's very important to have that infrastructure, that backend service that's cross-platform, and that kind of gives us a very competitive edge, we believe. It's very I'm sure that's what we offer is very unique in that sense, and that's one of the things. We have a bunch of other things, but it's very important for game developers.
So could you explain more about backend service?
Of course. So it's kind of like we have all these letters, like, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and right now we're kind of like a gaming backend service. We're focusing on providing everything you need to create your backend with very simple APIs. So there's no overhead or no time to do that. And that can include, if we talk about features, it could be leaderboards, it could be player login, it could be user safe. So if you play your game on Facebook and you want to play on the iPhone, it knows who you are and where you're at. It could be reward systems and game achievements, which is very important for games today. And just a bunch of other features, including stats and analytics. So everything that needs a server, we kind of go in there and say, we have this kind of really built solution. Don't manage your server, it's secure, will scale to you. It's very important. So if tomorrow your game has 100 million players or 10 million players, we're going to be stable and going to be there for you. You don't have to worry about that. You can always export the data if you want as well, so it's your data, which is another one of the things that we kind of say is there's a lot of competitors out there that are networks.
Right.
The player, logs in, but that data belongs to that network. For us, it's not. It's your data. You're the publisher. If you want to do 100 games and you want to be a big publisher, use our platform, a pure white label, and we don't even look at the player data. I think that's very important as well, because developers today are starting to notice that as their games become more successful, they want to have that data. So it's important to understand.
Why do you think there needs to be ScoreOid? Why?
I could probably say a lot of things why we think it needs to be there, but we kind of look at the developer feedback. We have lots of feedback from developers. We already have a couple thousand developers using our platform. And the reason is because the developers want to work in creating a great game. They want to create that, they want to do the character, the design, the mechanics. They don't have to worry about all the other stuff. But at the same time, they have to have game achievements, leaderboard, the player log in, and they have to save data and promotions. They have to have all these features that require a server. So that's why ScoreOid kind of comes in there and makes them do that. Cross-platform, their data, it's white label, they can create their own network. and it's very easy to do. It saves them development time. It saves them money as well. So that's why there's a need for ScoreOid, and I think a lot of startups will talk about why there's a need for them, but we don't talk about it. We can say, go talk to our developers, they'll tell you why. And we have lots of feedback from developers, and they basically explain it much better than we do.
How does the business model work for
So the business model is really simple. The backend right now is free. There are limitations, so we're hoping to scale up. And then we'll have a pricing plan based on premium features that are coming out in the next month or two. So the backend will always be free, and then we have certain premium features that will cost money. And we think this is kind of important because we like the idea of giving the backend for free. Because game developers really need help there, and they want to use the backend. And we want to help the indie developers. We want to help the community. And that's a great way to do that. And big studios as well. If a big studio wants to use our backend, we're glad to offer
big
that.
studio?
Yeah, if a big studio or a publisher wants to use it, we're also happy with that as well. There's different limitations for them as well, and there are paid programs for that.
I heard you have competitor in the Geek Time. There was Google Play.
Yeah.
They had new games platform.
Yeah.
And how do you manage it?
So Google came out with the Google Play. It's a great question. So they came out with the Google Play platform, which offers achievements, leaderboards, chat, multiplayer, and a couple other features that are free to use in any game. So before we had Google, there was Game Center for iOS, and we had Android, Amazon had their Game Center, and still today we have a 40% increase in developer side just last month. So while these competitive people are still coming to us, and the biggest reason I think for that is we're, like I said, we're cross-platform. So we work across. So if you're game on iOS and Android and you need to do cloud saves, we're cross-platform. Google has some kind of cross-platform feature. We haven't looked into it. And most importantly, we're also white label. So all the information, the player information, is not through Google Plus or Facebook login. It's actually through the developer. He has that data, which is very important for us as publishers and big players. We're not looking to compete with Google. We're working on premium features that are totally different, that are kind of offer more value. And if anything, we're an added service. You can use us with Google, with iOS, and still use us for certain features that you want to use. So for us, it's not like we're trying to compete with them. We're trying to basically create a great product for game developers and the community on our product. We see our competitors, we kind of look at what's going out there, but as long as we're focusing on a certain direction, they're not in that direction, I think we have still a valuable something to bring to the table.
Wow. Oh, that's good. It's good that you have another way of developing your. And could you explain when did you have your company founded?
So officially we were founded in 2013 and 2012. And we did a really long run going bootstrap and kind of being dedicated to it.
Wow.
And that's now we're just kind of growing. We're still in the phase of growing. We get initial growth.
Right. Yes, I just read the article. You raised investment from. You received the seed investment from them.
Yeah. So in order to venture, which is Yankee Marguerite and Danny Marguerite, it's basically it's a family fund. They gave us a pre-seed investment to kind of get a little moving because bootstrap is very hard. And that's kind of been very, very helpful and very great. And Yankee Marguerite is also chairman of our board. And he's provided great value, kind of showing us how to move and grow the company. He's a really known Israeli entrepreneur. He's also part of the Space.io, trying to get to the moon. And it's kind of great to have someone like that, more of not just an investor, but someone that's going to be there to help you. So we're very happy with that as well. And of course, the investment makes a big difference.
So do you have future plans for official round?
Yeah, so we're going to be doing another official seed round starting we're starting right now.
Okay.
Because we're going to be launching our premium features, and then we're going to start doing our initial seed round. We've had tremendous growth in the last 3 months. We also had a huge successful campaign on Twitter. The ScoreOid promotion that we did called Community Promotion, which we gave out free access to game developers, game developers.
Wow.
And that had over 6,000 downloads and I think over 7,000 tweets in 24 hours.
Wow.
So we're really growing, and we really kind of want to use that traction to move forward.
Oh, so how do you make use of social media like Twitter to have your?
So we're very active in social media. It's kind of part of our DNA. It's part of our DNA because we believe in kind of creating a community. And and part of that is being active on those channels and people seeing it. So for us, it's mostly what I'm doing when they see us, but also the game developers are always promoting us. They're tweeting about it, talking about us, and that really helps tremendous. The promotion we did was a Twitter-based promotion because we wanted it to use Twitter. It's a very great tool. And the whole idea with the promotion was to give something else to the community, something back. And we have a lot of early adopters that kind of used us when we first started off. So they took that risk with us. They wanted to give them something else as well. Say, hey, thank you for using our product. So we did that on Twitter, and it was it didn't go viral in a sense. Like viral is not a real word for us because we're not consumers. We're not going to be 100 million. We're developers. But within developers.
So how is the game industry? How is the market?
So the game industry is great. I think people lately talk about Candy Crush Saga and how much money they're making from King. The game industry has always been good. I think lately, in the last couple of years, it's grown tremendously because we've had mobile, iOS and Android take off, and gaming seems to be very popular now for everyone. Where 10 years ago it was not as popular. Facebook as well, the other couple years before that. And now we're seeing also another new trend, which is kind of these new consoles, the GameStick and Booyah. These new Android-based, $100, $200 TV sets, where sandboxes kind of coming to market. So it seems to me that the game industry, where 20 years ago or 10 years ago, wasn't as popular. Now everyone's playing games. Your grandmother's playing games, and that's created huge growth for casual and mobile games. And at the same time, it's also helped the bigger games as well. AAA games get more accepted.
And do you have plans for other countries as well?
So right now we're very active in the US, England as well. We do have some developers from Japan. I'm not sure if it's Korean, but we have developers around the world. So we're basically web-based, and we're not targeting a specific country. You go to our website, you log in, create an account, and you're pretty much done. You're in a game. I think as we grow, we'll start focusing more on specific markets. And I think we'll probably start with the US and Europe, and then maybe Asia after that. Because there seems to be the big markets.
Right. There are so many.
Yes.
Wow. And what is the final goal? What's your vision for your company?
So I think our company vision is basically we want to help game developers. We want to be that product where kind of every developer uses a certain tool. Every developer will come to us to use our product or our services for a certain part of the development phase of their game. So that's kind of the big goal, where we're kind of that number one provider for game developers when it comes to middleware. But still one way to get there, and it's not an easy road because the industry, the game industry is very fast and changes really rapidly. That's a long-term goal. We kind of want to be that development tool for game developers that everyone has.
Because you have advice for the young entrepreneurs?
Okay. So I think a young entrepreneur that's starting a startup out, right now there's two kind of ways to go about it. There's the lean startup methodology and there's the startup engineering methodology. I think you have to do one of them. You have to do it. It doesn't have to be 100%. You have to do parts of it. That also works. We did that for ScoreOid. We kind of did an early MVP and put it out there and see what happened. You have to talk to customers. You have to go out there and listen to your customers and talk to them and listen to them and see what they really want. Because a lot of times you think they want something, but they want something else. You use social media and all these free channels for marketing. It's really effective. Even if you're a small team and only 3 people, you can still get a lot of value from that, and we've done that as well. It can help you get growth. And focus on 3 things. Basically, creating that product, that bootstrap phase, because investors want to see you creating something real. And they want to see that you want bootstrap for a certain amount of time. Not everyone can get money off of PowerPoint.
Right.
And focus on getting customers. You can't expect to launch something and have customers overnight. You need to go out there and get them. And that can be through social media or talking to people or promoting it or making phone calls or creating small campaigns. You don't have to have a marketing budget. We've done that. We've gotten developers just by word of mouth. We went and got 20 developers and they really liked us and they went and told their friends about it. And that grew over time. And then we started doing small, Facebook, talking to people. And kind of just be very committed because it's going to be a roller coaster. And not everyone can really do that, but if you believe you can, then you can get all the way.
Wow. That was really. Thank you so much for having an interview with us today.
That's right.
Thank you.